So, we received lots of angry complaints from Mustang owners saying that independent rear suspension isn't everything. And if you spend enough money modding up the suspension of a Mustang, it can easily outperform anything that we've ever mentioned on this show.
Well, that doesn't make much sense. I mean, if you put enough money into any car, it's going to outrun a Corvette even.
Yeah, also I do realize that independent rear suspension isn't everything on a car. It's kind of like saying large breasts aren't everything on a woman. They aren't, but it certainly wouldn't hurt if she had them.
Okay. Anyway, if you have a modded Mustang and you want us to drive it, go ahead and write to us at 4speedauto@gmail.com. We'd love to take it for a spin.
Moving on, we did have a complaint from a person saying that we were driving too recklessly on Mount Rainier and we're endangering public safety and we should have our licenses revoked.
Well, I mean, we weren't exactly going that fast there. I mean, we said we were going 80, but we didn't actually go 80. We just thought it sounded fast at the time.
I mean, if we actually were going 80 miles an hour around some of those turns, we would have tumbled off the side in a ball of fire and we wouldn't be here doing episode 2.
Exactly. And the other thing is, it's kind of embarrassing, but we did fast forward some of the footage because it looked too slow.
We like a brisk drive here on 4Speed Auto, but we're not idiots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so we did have one other complaint, and that was that you were plagiarizing Jeremy Clarkson, and that Top Gear should actually sue us.
Well, the thing is, if you watch Top Gear as long as I have, some of it does kind of sink into your personality, so if I did unintentionally say a few lines that were on Top Gear at some point in time, I apologize for it, but I really didn't do anything intentional. Also, Jeremy, if you do have a problem with this, please come down and have a talk with us.
No, seriously, come down and talk to us. We'd love to have you on the show.
Well, enough of this complaint nonsense, and time to talk about something more car-related. So when a car manufacturer makes a new car, well, at least the new version of a car, they want to update the styling to kind of show we made an effort. And, well...
To be honest, they don't really get it right sometimes.
Yeah, the first example we have is the Nissan 370Z here.
Wow.
It's just... the old 350Z was a pretty good looking car, I think you can agree with
I love the old 350Z. Looked great.
But this one, I kind of see what they're doing, but kind of looks like the magic card from Pokemon.
I know, it's like a fish that got Botoxed on the side. I don't know what they're trying to do with that. Anyway, the next car that we're going to look at is the Acura TL. And it looked really good last time in my opinion. It was really classy, it was luxurious, but now it's just kind of a armored vehicle in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just, the old one wasn't a design classic. I think they're trying to spruce it up, but this still looks kind of dull. But it kind of looks like they're trying to copy, you know, Optimus Prime's face off Transformers.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, they kind of copied off the SUV design. It didn't turn out too good, in my opinion. So we got one more Acura to look at, and this one's the TSX, which in my opinion, the last model was the best looking car of all. But now I really am not too sure. It doesn't look that great now.
Yeah, just, they try to do that SUV front end thing. It's just, the Acura SUVs look okay with that. These kind of don't. But what's kind of worse, some people are going to hit me for this, but it kind of has that GMC front end.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, it's not exactly something that you want on a Japanese car.
Well, you know, but at the same time, these cars, I'm pretty sure, will grow on you. I don't like the way they look now, but I think, you know, a year down the line, I'll be like, don't miss the old TSX.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure I'll be saying that.
I don't know if I could say that myself, but it'll grow on me, I'm sure.
So it'll grow on, but the last car we have on the list, it won't grow on anyone. Honestly, it's a shame. It's the new Mazda 3.
Mazda 3. Yeah, it really doesn't look good at all. It's way too happy to see me, in my opinion.
I don't know what they're trying to do. It kind of looks like, you know, they had the RX-8. They're like, oh, that looks like a decent sports car. They had the new Miata out. They're like, okay, we did good this time. We had the new Mazda 6. That looks pretty good. Let's put them all together on the Mazda 3 and, well, no.
He was just so happy to be a conglomerate of all of them.
But seriously, I think the designers at Mazda got a little lazy and they went, what's the ugliest car we can copy off? And they said, I know, the Peugeot. This is just really that Peugeot front end. Yeah. And no one buys a Peugeot because of the looks. And, you know, this is going to be brilliantly driving and everything. But with those looks, I'm not going to buy one.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I agree. It's probably going to handle pretty well. And I love the look of the old one, but this one, they just did everything wrong that they could have done wrong.
So, we just established that you can buy an Acura Integra for $5,500, but what if you think that car is a little too old or not quite practical enough? Well, fortunately, I was able to find one more car that might just suit your needs.